solid 2-1 win that, wasn't it? We've played better than that, haven't we? We've played
2-1 win. I won't say solid throughout the game. I would say when we've had to turn it on, we have. But we've made it hard for us then. But look, at this stage of the season, performances, sometimes you have to look at results and think, we've won today, and Portsmouth and Sunderland have drew over the weekend. Yeah. So we've pulled clear of them 5 and 6 points respectively. So you look at that and think it's a big result. First day, I thought we couldn't get going. I think apart from a penalty, we're pretty even. Woodrow's been man of the match deservedly. I think he did really well up top on his own.
Pinios were mine.
Yeah, I think Woodrow, little stuff at end, like game management at end. Disappointed that we conceded. It'd have been nice to get a clean sheet.
I think it was a penalty, but I'm not 100% sure on ours, to be fair.
Well, I think ours, I think both of them were penalties, in my opinion, but I think when you go down and you touch a player, regardless of how hard it is, you give referee a decision. And they're not consistent enough in this league to be good enough to say dive or clear on penalty. But these are a good little team.
Not bad side, are they?
I rate them.
Decent manager.
I made it difficult for us, and when Akinfenwa came on,
it did cause us no problems though, really. I don't think.
But I think
flick-ons he were doing, but
they were getting a lot of set pieces. He weren't doing no much, but his presence on pitch were. I think the players were seeming to more bothered about him than game, because they knew they were on. He's such a big lad, isn't he? But look, we play 50% and we've got 3 points. And end of the season, it's not going to go 2-1 home win against Wycombe, but we played well if at game. It's going to go result 3 points, and that's all that matters. And with Portsmouth and Sunderland playing yesterday, I was thinking, has it affected them first day? Because I don't know if they're a bit complacent or what, if we just couldn't get going, could we? No. We're a bit spending a bit too much time on ball, we weren't really composed, but when we were playing it with pace and direct, we just seemed to be a better team.
We have played good stuff in patches, but I think we've played better, haven't we?
Yeah, of course we have.
Definitely played better.
We're not going to win teams 4-1 every week. I think fans need to realise that it's a tough league, and I'm realistic of that. But as well, at the same time, also respecting other teams and getting job done. We could have scored 4 or 5 again today, but that's a good dilemma to be having. But we go to Burton. Another tough game, massive game. Yeah, I know Sunderland and Pompey are playing, but we'll just focus on us. Everybody's talking about other teams. I want us to just focus on us. If we win the teams that we know that we can get, we've got a decent run in. To be fair, I'm not scared of Sunderland and Portsmouth watching them games. If we play like we know that we can get results against them. But Burton, let's take a game at a time. They didn't get to semi-finals at League Cup for now. On a one-off game, they can beat any.
Decent manager.
Yeah, and they upset us last year. I'm wanting to get a result of them for last year. Yeah. But I think we'll have too much for him. I think lads will know that we haven't played to the best of his ability. They know, don't they? And I'm sure they'll be disappointed at him because we haven't got a clean sheet, and it's always nice for defence to get a clean sheet. But we move on. Woodrow another 2 on score sheet. That finish with second goal, quality. Really good goal. That's
brilliant move as well.
Yeah. I just set it up. To be fair, he had a decent game when he came on. But yeah, I'm pleased with the result. Performance, we all know, weren't fantastic. I'm not being negative or anything. I'm just saying that's what we're. Yeah.
But 3 points.
But 3 points, yeah.
And that at this point in season's most important.
But that's also a positive thing that we know we can play better, and we still won't game. Yeah. So being constructive more than anything than negative. So yeah, we move on to Burton. As always, Stevie Mallon and Jason McCarthy. Fantastic to see.
Right, Jason McCarthy today.
Yeah,
down that right hand side.
I'm going to get comments now. Why? It's for my best fan. I always have to mention him if we win every game to end it season. And always, come on, you Reds, and we'll see you Tuesday.